Hey, what's going on? Teddy Ray Thomas, Electric Guitar Practice Channel here. I've been playing for the electric guitar for over 2 years, about 2 years and a half. Figured I'd get on here and take any questions anyone might have. If you happen to see this in a rerun, you can direct your questions to me via the comments section. And if you really like the video, give it a thumb up. Thumb up. Back in the day now, it's got me a lot of rides. It worked. So I had more surface area. Most people did. They couldn't bend their thumb no further than that. I could get the whole 9 yards out there. And the curvature and bright lighting conditions, it was in my favor. But anyway, I came on here to talk about the difference between Gibson and Fender style guitars. There's 24 and 25-inch scales and portions of each in between. So you got your choice, but I do like a 24 fret guitar. So, a lot of what Ibanez been doing since the 70s is right in the ballpark. If you can find one up under Grandpa's bed, you drag it out and you treat it kind, because it just might be worth some money. But the 24 fret, it was humbuckers. They're just super good guitars. The noting of them, I think, that's me. I don't know what you think, but like I said, if there's a chance you'll be watching this as a rerun. Question me in the comments. I'll get back to you. But in my mind, a SG or Les Paul is going to note. The tension of the strings and everything under your fingers feel like you're playing an acoustic guitar. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It feels like you're playing an acoustic guitar, so you are kind of getting something that's familiar to you, and you know that what's under your fingers is solid. Whereas on a Stratocaster, it's not like that. It's a whole different feel to the guitar, and I don't understand that. It's 22 frets. If it had 24 frets, it'd be a perfect instrument, but it might not sound the same. But I've got a Epiphone SG and a Hendrix Fender Signature Stratocaster. Both guitars are under $1,000. Well, now they've upped the retail to $1,280 for the Hendrix. And I don't know, I haven't checked his Epiphone, but I'm sure they bumped the price of it up to over $1,000. But the Strats are bolt on, but the Epiphone, it is a dado joint. So you have to be very careful with those SGs. That's why I don't know if you know your rock and roll history, but Pete Townsend was notorious for breaking guitars. He broke one at Woodstock. I didn't think he's ever had one strong dovetail joint in it. I'll tell you, it took him at least 5, 6 good hits. And then he slided down the neck and slung it out to the audience. And his roadies wouldn't got that back. I don't know what they had to give up to get it. They probably had something in the pocket they wanted, whoever happened to catch it. Because something like that could be fixed. And that was going to be a memorable instrument. To say that you had the instrument that was played there. People were already seeing the advantages of keeping memorabilia, saving posters. But yeah, the SG is pretty much my favorite. I play more on the Telecaster than I do the SG, but there's a lot of stuff that I just can't see, getting to come out like it does on the Strat. It's just something that's unique to the Strat, whereas you've got to really work to pull it out playing a SG. I mean, SG is like an acoustic. An acoustic guitar makes you work for every single note you get. And I mean, you got to work hard. You got to work hard to get vibrato and a good smooth bend. It's something about the way the setup is on it. And it makes you work harder than if it's a Stratocaster. Stratocaster just seems to mold underneath your fingers to what you're trying to do. That's just, my observations. Of course, they are my observations and my opinions. And again, anyone who would like to make a comment, since this is a rerun, can do so in the comment section. I haven't seen any activity here, so I have to assume I've been alone all this time doing the I'm talking to myself routine. But yeah, SG is a fine instrument. SG Epiphone Prophecy. It's new technology. And other than the 3-way switch, seems to be a solid guitar. 3-way switch shorts out on the neck pickup. Short out and neck pickup won't work. And that's after no time. So that's the only thing that I can report negative about the Epiphone SG Prophecy. The Hendrix Stratocaster, I would recommend, if you're going to buy a guitar, to not do it online. Go to a bricks and mortar store, bricks and mortar place. There's one within 50, 60 miles of you. You got to travel 100 miles. It's better to lug your amp there. I mean, for real. That's practical. And plug it in. You know what your amp sounds like. And make sure you play a few days with it right around you in different places in the house, to where you get used to listening to the amp and not the ambient sound of the amp. Where if you've got headphones, use headphones to be even better. On the amp, take it to the place, and then see what the cabinet simulation sound like. How much better are they, with this particular instrument? That's the way I would hunt for a guitar, is using my own amplifier And the cab sim sounds that I've been acclimated to through the use of my own instruments and see if it, produced a better sound. Because if it doesn't, why spend the money when what you got's better than as good as what they've got, and maybe even better. So you save yourself $1,500, $2,000, because that's the next level up when you're going up in the Stratocaster from the Hendrix Signature Series. You're gonna have to spend $1,500 to $2,200, and then you're gonna be getting into the American-made stuff. The big thing about a Hendrix Stratocaster is the pickups and the angle of the bridge pickup being reversed. That gives it an edge over other Stratocasters produced by Fender in Mexico. That's what gives it the edge. And from a fingering perspective, the left-handed neck, it reduces the tension on the bass strings, and when you strum the strings, the treble strings, first, second, and third strings, do not sound bright on the bridge pickup as they would if it was on a normal right-handed oriented pickup position. In other words, being reversed and normal orientation, makes the treble strings sound sharp, whereas reversed takes some of the brightness away, and gives it a more balanced sound. That's the big thing about it. The two big things about it. The left-handed neck on a right-handed guitar, and the way it throws, the balance of the strings tension, because it makes the first string a little bit harder to bend, but not much. And since I play left-handed neck, this is my first guitar, I wouldn't know, for sure if that statement's accurate or not, since I've only played left-handed necks. But it's something else. Maybe might be why I have a problem with the SG. That SG, man, make you work. You have to work for every single note. Go look at some of my videos. Go listen to them. Man, I have to work every note of that. And it's like you're out here cutting weeds and you got a rhythm going on, you hitting it on the beat. It's really, really something else to see. I get it done, but it takes everything and I got to play it. Well, maybe someone will see this and kind of give me a word of encouragement after they watch a video or two. I've been learning to play electric guitar. I'm almost 7 years old. I sure could use a nice custom shop guitar where I could lead some would be Stevie Ray Vaughan out here. No, wouldn't that ring them to my door? They'd be knocking down the door on these videos. I'm going back out of here.